Hello, guys.
Good
This
morning.
is for our future Diamond coaches. I don't know, Kaylee, where we're posting this, if we're going to make it available on YouTube. So if you're watching this and you're not in the internship, hello. But for our interns, I've got Mr. Walter here. So we're just making today work out as best as we can because we're team no sleep right now. And we had to make this video. So if you're a mom and you're like, I have to hold my baby, I can't work. Shame on you for using your kid as an excuse. Not cool. They want you to be successful and happy too. Don't even. Don't even. But our girl Kaylee is back from a weekend that she earned on her team for a diamond retreat. And we're so excited to have her back. And we're so pumped to hear more about how your weekend went. So, Kaylee,
Yeah.
take it away.
Um, I am team no sleep too with Liz because I just got back from LA. I took a red eye Sunday night. So sorry for the way that I look. I'm just a little bit sleepy. But my trip was absolutely amazing. I am part of Team Happy, Healthy, Humble, and I qualified for this by rank advancing in my business. So after hitting diamond, I was able to go on an all expense paid trip to LA. And I've never flown a day in my life. I'm not a traveler, so this was all new to me. But you know what? It was honestly one of the best weekends, and I left that trip with a vision for my team. I left that trip with a full heart and just set on fire to further myself in this business. It was such a pick me up that I didn't even know that I needed. And it was amazing. We were able to do a photo shoot. We were treated to a whole day in Disneyland. And it was so fun and so surreal. Like just being with my team of girls who I talk to on the daily or we Zoom chat with, like being able to hold them and squeeze them in person and to laugh and converse with them was just such a full circle moment. Because my journey started out as me just watching so many Beachbody coaches, get cool things sent to them in the mail by their coaches or earn these retreats, and I never thought that it would be me. So the day that I landed and I was in LAX's airport, I was like, wow, this is so surreal. All of these coaches that I followed for so long, I was finally able to meet and hug. And it was absolutely amazing. Like, so, so, so cool. So if you are in our diamond internship, like this is what Lizzie and I envision for you. This is what we want to give to you. And I can honestly sit here and tell you that we are pushing with you, but we are also pushing for you. Like we are pouring into you girls because what I was able to experience is everything that I want you to experience too. It was just the most amazing weekend, hands down. And that's all I can say. Like, it was just so fun. Another cool thing about the weekend was we were able to listen to so many different speakers. And correct me if I'm wrong, Liz, but it was Keisha Fitzgerald, right? Who she did a Zoom call with us, and we were able to hear her speak. And after hearing her speak, my soul was just so set on fire that I started following her on Instagram because she really brought the heat. But she was talking about mindset and vision, and I couldn't even take notes fast enough. So I pulled up my one of the screens of my laptop and I just started taking a bunch of notes that I would love to share with you girls. So if it's okay with you, Liz, I'm just going to pull my screen up and just jump right into it. Okay, so hearing her speak was just so surreal. It was amazing. I didn't know her until after this, and I want to know her forever. She just really set a fire in my heart for this business. And I think that sometimes this business can get really lonely because it's you pushing and it's you continuously having that motivation to want to keep going and furthering yourself. And so I hope that the notes I took were good enough to set the same fire in your soul that was set in mine. And it was all about mindset and vision. And I love that she talked about this because I think that sometimes when you are pushing for something or when you are working in this business, it can be really tough to keep your eye on the prize as to, what your vision is or what you had set for yourself or what you had promised yourself. So I'm going to share with you what she shared with me and what she laid on my heart in hopes that you girls can benefit from that too. A huge thing that you probably hear a lot is don't discount the discount coaches. So speaking to our diamond interns, that is something that I wish somebody would have told me before. Sometimes I think that it's so easy to get discouraged by having somebody sign up as a discount coach, but your discount coaches are coaches that are probably going to be the rock stars of your business. Those coaches have so much potential in them. They just don't know that yet, and they have to get their feet wet before they actually are like, okay, I can do this. They're watching you. They're seeing what you're doing. They're in your team page and seeing what you're all about. And so one piece of advice that I want to just freely give that was given to me is it does not matter if you have a coach that is going to be doing this as a full-time business right off the bat. It doesn't matter if they're doing this as a hobby, and it doesn't matter if they're doing this just for the discount. You need to make sure that you're setting everybody up and off on the right foot. So send a welcome email to your discount coaches too. Treat your discount coaches as if they are going to be a potential business builder in your business. Do everything with discount coaches that you would do if you were going to be signing a coach who is like, yep, I'm ready to run and I want to run the business with you. One thing that has really opened my eyes to this is massive action. And the question that I want you to ask yourselves is, what would happen if that's something that you did right now? What would happen if after you've seen this video and you've heard everything that I had to say, what would happen if you turned the volume all the way up? What would happen to your business if you took massive action? I think that so many of us get caught in dabbling in our business, and we get caught with slacking in our business. And I am with you. Like I'm not exempt from this. I'm sure Liz isn't exempt from this. I know she's not exempt from this. We are with you, okay? Because we're human. We're not perfect. But what if you stopped dabbling in your business? What if you took everything I'm going to say to you and you took massive action and you turned the volume up? Do you think that your business would be like popcorn and you would start having all of these coaches just pop, pop, pop in your business and your business would start growing? Or do you think that you would be more confident with inviting? You'd be more confident with your reach outs? What if you took massive action? And that's something that I want all of you girls to do. And I'm going to give you a call to action after this call. And we also have a little sneak peek of what our vision for you is at the end of this. So hopefully you're watching this all the way through. So I want to share a couple of tidbits with you that I had noted down while I was watching this. The first thing that really hit me hard when Keisha was talking to us was don't write someone off based off of what we perceive and what we think that they might be interested in. That's something that I do all the time. I put people in a box, and that's not something that I do purposely, but I think that's just the way that our minds work, right? So if I see somebody who already looks like they have a rockin' bod, they look like they're, the it girl, they look like they have a lot going for them, they look like the certain person in my head that I'm kind of like, oh, she doesn't need my help. Those are the people that need your help the most. But they're not going to come forth to you and say, hey, I need help with X. And think about that. How many people did you have that said, hey, Liz, I need help with this. Can you help me? Maybe you have some of those unicorns, but 9 times out of 10, you don't. So stop putting people in a box. Stop writing people off based off of what we think that they might be interested in. It doesn't matter. You reaching out, let them say no to you. Who cares? Let them say no to you. But stop putting people in a box. When you stop putting people in a box, that is when your business is going to start popcorning and you're going to start exploding. And you can do this. That's the thing that I need you to remember, is that as long as you're not discounting yourself along the way of everything that you can do this. You can, sorry. So my computer just went like fuzzy for a minute and I was like, wait a minute. One thing that Keisha shared with us in the call too, which it gave me goosebumps. So everybody has a story, right? And some stories may be, and everyone's story is so special, so I'm not putting these in a box, but I think some stories hit so much harder, and they have gone through really big trials and tribulations. I've listened to stories that people's lives have truly changed. There's one story that I will never forget that someone shared with me, that because of Beachbody, she was actually able to have a baby. And to me, that hit me so much harder than me finding confidence in myself to actually do something like this. But everybody has a story. And I want you to think today about what your story really is. And I know what my story is. And so when Keisha was telling us a little bit about herself, she said the first time that she went to Summit, she was sitting in the audience and she was watching the speakers, and she was like, all right, all of these people are so great, but where is the girl with my story? And she's like, I didn't see her. So if I don't see her, then I'm going to be her. Guys, she said that when she was at Summit. Don't you know that she then was able to return to Summit and speak, and she was able to share her story? Like, what? How crazy to think. And that's something that I think about, just because I was born a talker. Like, my teachers used to send me home with letters to my mom about how I was a social butterfly. So I love speaking. And if I'm any good at it, I don't know, but I just love it. So that, like, when she said that, I was like, oh my gosh, I can totally picture myself in the same position as her. Like, I don't see the person with my story. I don't see the person that had to go through the things that I went through. I don't see the person that did the same things that I did. So if I don't see her, then I'm just going to be her. And I think that that's something so, so, so important for you girls to think about. So you can decide why you can't do something, but then you can decide why you can. So you can give us all the reasons and all the excuses at the end of the day of why you can't be that girl, or why you can't do this, or why you can't do something. But guys, for every reason I think that I can't do something, I have every single reason to know that I can. I have 5 reasons that I can for every one reason that I can't. And I can be that girl. I am that girl, and so are you. So I want to dig a little bit deeper as to why people think that they can't do this. And I think that something I'm going to give you is going to hit you, because all of this hit me. And Liz and I are diamond coaches, right? We're trying to advance our business. We're trying to pour into you and help you become diamond coaches. And I think that at one point in time when we were pushing, and even still now, you have like that mean girl in your head, or the self-doubt as to why you think that you can't do this. So I want to just kind of share those with you and reverse engineer them as to why you can. So lack of time is something that we hear so much. That's such a limited belief. I don't have time. I don't have this. I don't have that. So I want to give you action steps to take for all of these things that you think that you can't do. So lack of time. We all have this. Liz always says this, and it resonates with me so much. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, and it's so true. So lack of time. So however much time we give something is how long it's going to take you, okay? That's like the first little nugget I want to give you. So let me give you an example as to what I really mean when I say that. Sean and I typically have our date nights on Friday night. Because I get off of work at 2, and Sean is usually home at a decent time in order for us to go. And date nights for us, because we're so adult and boring, are usually going out to a local pizza parlor that we absolutely love. And then we go grocery shopping at Costco, because Friday nights are like the least busy nights to go get your groceries. So if Sean comes home and I'm not ready, and he's like, hey babe, we're going to leave in 20 minutes. Okay. I have 20 minutes to get myself together, right? I have 20 minutes to brush my teeth again, put a fresh face of makeup on, pick out an outfit, do my hair, and get out of the door. So I can totally get ready and be out of the door in 20 minutes. But if Sean says, hey babe, we're going to leave in an hour, then I know that I can take my time doing some of those things, because I've given myself an hour of time, okay? But can I just tell you something? The time that it takes me to get ready in 20 minutes versus the time that it takes me to get ready in an hour is the same result. I don't get ready in 20 minutes and show up like bum Kaylee, and then I don't get ready in an hour and look like Beyonce when I'm walking out of the front door. The time that you give yourself is how long it's going to take. So business-wise, if you set a timer for 20 minutes and you say, all right, in 20 minutes, I'm going to be sending out 15 invites, okay? But if you, and you send them, but then you give yourself an hour of time to do that, are you really utilizing the most of your time? That's what I need you to ask yourself. So you need to be setting blocks of time apart, like blocking off those times proactively and doing those business building things. Does that make sense? So you need to be proactive in actually creating a schedule for yourself. Things have to have a time restraint on it. You cannot just go to the coffee shop or go to your office and say, this is what I want to accomplish today. And then you spend all day doing what? You need to actually proactively be setting time blocks for yourself and sticking to those times. And that might be a little bit tough at first because I'm definitely like a list person. Like I don't necessarily set time frames, but that is how you are going to be doing business building things in your business. And you need to use the time block to serve you and to grow your business in a meaningful way. You cannot use the time block. If you're setting off 20 minutes to send out invites, then you shouldn't be answering your phones. You shouldn't be on social media. You shouldn't be doing you shouldn't be helping anybody during that time. I don't care if somebody's like, hey, I want you to send me a share card or not. It doesn't matter. You need to use that time to serve you and to grow your business in a meaningful way. Because if you don't use your time wisely, and time can get away from us, believe me, I've spent countless hours in my office scrolling, and then 2 hours later, I'm like, what am I even doing? If you don't use it in a meaningful way, then you can't expect to grow this business for yourself. So along with timing comes with your scheduling. So I don't know how you girls typically schedule right now. I know that I have a wall calendar, I have a desk calendar, I have my planner, like I have a lot of resources, right? But when you break down your schedule, ask yourself this: are you breaking them down in blocks, and do you have a result? Like, what is the end goal? So you're setting these little blocks of like, okay, I'm going to invite people. Okay, I'm going to follow up with these girls. Okay, I'm going to send out these emails. Okay, what is the end goal? Do you have something that you can celebrate at the end? So sometimes we get so focused on where we want to go, but we forget the steps to get there, in which we forget to celebrate that, right? So what is the end result to you setting a timer for 20 minutes? And what is the end result to that? Do you have something to celebrate? Do you know the steps to get to where you want to go? Because sometimes that's what we're so focused on, right? Sometimes we're so focused on what the vision is and what the end goal is that we forget about the little steps in between to get us to where we need to go. And I'm going to tell you right now, the step is ugly for all of us, but it's inviting. It's reaching out. It's following up. It's having those conversations. You cannot build a 6-figure business by not reaching out and asking people to help you along the way. That is what inviting is. Inviting somebody is reaching out to them and saying, hey, guess what? This is something I'm good at. This is something that I do with purpose. This is something that I'm passionate about. And I want to help you, and I need your help. Are you down? That is what inviting is. But you cannot expect to build a 6-figure business. You can't expect to hit diamond. You can't expect to be successful if you don't start by reaching out and inviting. And that is a huge thing.
I love that. Can I jump in for a second?
Jump in, Liz.
You've been saying so many good things. I haven't even wanted to interrupt you. But I have a lot of girls that tell me that they don't know how to invite, or they don't feel good about inviting. They don't have experience. They don't have results, blah, blah, blah. Action breeds confidence, and I want you to remember that. Write it down if you need to remember that one. Action breeds confidence. That means that inaction, sitting here, stagnant, and choosing not to take action is going to diminish any chance of you feeling confident moving forward in your business. Because how do you get good at anything? You do it. You do it over and over and over, and it's not pretty, but you fail forward. And I want to remind you guys that when it comes to something like invites, it's not always going to feel fun or energizing or good. You're not always going to sit down excited to do it, but get over it. Like, this is a business, and in any business, you don't do the activities because they're always fun. You do it because that's solid ground on which you're building an incredible legacy. And discipline's a real thing, and it needs to be a thing in your business if you want to grow. And when I see people who tell me I want to be emerald or I want to be diamond, and they expect me to motivate them to get there, that needs to be matched by some discipline. And when you're complacent about hitting a goal, like Kaylee was saying, it's got to have an end goal here or a timeline, or else why would you push for it? I'm going to grab Wally quick. I'm sorry. And I hear so many people with the fluffy stuff like, oh, everything happens for a reason, or God's timing is perfect, and blah, blah, blah. Believe me, I believe in those philosophies, but think about it this way. If you spent thousands of dollars to go to college and you didn't put in time to study, you didn't do the homework, you failed out and you didn't get your bachelor's degree, are you going to say, oh, it's because God didn't want me to? F that. Are you freaking kidding me? No, God gave you gifts. Go use them. You can't blame your situation on external things. You have so much more control than you realize, and I want you to take ownership of that. You just need to be disciplined and show up and practice, 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 because like I said, action is what's going to breed confidence and it's going to launch you forward. So you just got to do the damn thing.
Absolutely. And that's what it comes down to. We all have the same steps. We all have the same set of rules. We all have the same 4 vital behaviors. We all have the same thing, but she's right. That's exactly what it comes down to. Another thing that I feel like people think that they can't do, or something that we lack in, is using external resources. You will never, ever, ever have a lack of resources, okay? You have everything. You have trainings in your back office. You have the internet, which gives you God only knows how many things to help you. You have Liz and I. You have each other. You have planners. You have so many things. So here's what it boils down to. You will never have a lack of resources, but maybe you have a lack of resourcefulness. Does that make sense? That's a big difference. That is a big difference. You cannot be waiting for a resource to be created. You have to be able to create that. My biggest pet peeve is, and this is not pinpointing anybody, and if this is you, it's okay because this is me. You cannot run to your coach or run to your mentor every single time that you don't have the answer to something. We are not a resource for you. We are here to coach, lead, mentor, and guide you. If you have a question about something, I pray to God that you are not holding up a potential coach for us. You're not waiting for an answer from us. You have all of the resources that you need, but you're just not being resourceful in order to find those. And guess what? If it's not out there, create it for yourself. Don't wait for something to be created. Don't wait for an answer. Create it yourself. Stop asking us to provide you with resources, because at the end of the day, it comes down to ownership. And if you're waiting around, then you're not really taking ownership in your business. Everybody runs their own businesses. And the cool thing about a team is that we help encourage each other. We help push each other to the next level, and we pick each other up. We do all these fun things, right? But you need to be the leader and the owner in your business. And so stop waiting for us to provide resources, or stop waiting around for a resource, and be resourceful. Take ownership. Do these things on your own, for yourself, for your business.
Oh my God, I just need to jump in here quick. I cannot agree more. I could talk about this for 50 million years, because you guys don't realize how good you have it coming into this business when you did, because we're still pretty new coaches. I mean, Kaylee, you haven't even been coaching for a year, correct?
Yeah. June will be my year.
Right. And there are people that have been doing it above us for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Like, they've created systems. Use them. If you don't know what Success Club is, my God, stop texting me and asking me. Are you kidding me? YouTube it. Because me telling you something in a text is not going to stick as much as you going out there doing the legwork and actually learning and absorbing it for yourself, because you don't actually learn it until you know you could teach someone else. So go out there, learn what you need to learn, and get so confident in it. Take so many notes and and break it down in so many different ways that you could tell one of your PS coaches what this is if they have questions. Because believe me, I try to be a resource to everyone, but it's exhausting AF when all of you guys message me all hours of the day. Hey, quick, one question. Hey, quick, one more question. I love you to death, but my God, woman, you're an adult. Google, YouTube, all of the above. You're so capable. Don't let me hold you back. Like Kaylee said, if you're asking us questions while you're on like a conversation and you're holding up someone signing up from coaching, why?
Absolutely. And I just want to share this. I have a friend of mine. She's under the same Happy, Healthy, Humble umbrella as me, but she's not on my team personally. I have a friend who joined this business, and her coach did not guide her. Her coach is completely absent in her life. Okay. And so I remember after I hit Diamond, she had reached out to me and she was like, oh my gosh, I saw that you hit Diamond. Congratulations. You made your team 15 star. Can we have a chat? Like, can I just pick your brain? And I was like, yeah, sure. Why not? I love doing stuff like that. I love meeting new people. When I got on this chat, I thought she was going to be, because she was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. My coach is completely absent. Her coach never mentored her or guided her. But you know what? She knew just as much, if not more, than what I knew, because she used her resources to be resourceful. So she didn't have a coach to guide her. She didn't have somebody to mentor her or lead her, but she was in the Happy, Healthy, Humble team page. She looked up everything in there. She used Google. She used YouTube. She knew about ranks. She knew what team cycle bonus was. She knew everything, not because her coach helped her, not because she called her coach every time that she had a problem, didn't know how to send a share card, didn't know what Success Club was. She knew all that stuff because she was being resourceful. She used her resources. That's what we want for you guys. Do you have something?
Well, no, I was just going to say, if you need me to jump in, I will.
No, go ahead. Do you want to say something?
A little perspective. Me and Kaylee come from very powerful, successful uplines, but we each have similar experiences in that we didn't get the one-on-one mentorship that we're giving to you. We didn't have this. Kaylee has an upline that's extremely successful, but guess what? Kaylee's just one of so many sponsored coaches that she has, so she didn't have the ability to have a mentorship with less than 20 girls. Like, that didn't happen for her. My coach isn't a coach anymore, and she hasn't been coaching for like half of a year. Did that stop me? No. Like, you have to want it, and that's it. If you want to go get something, go get it, and you know how. And I just want to remind you that, like, you are literally the only person in control here. So not only does that mean that you're the only person that can make this happen, but you are equally responsible if it doesn't happen, and you can't blame us for it. We're doing everything possible we can. We're excited as crap for you, and we want you to hit goals that you're proud of and that make you want to reach for more. But at the end of the day, if April ends or May ends, and you're still sitting pretty at that coach rank, oh well. It's not our business, it's yours. You're the one who has to go into that coach office every day and see that. We don't. We're going to be Diamond Plus coaches because we're working for it. And we would love to be 10-star Diamond teams. Like, that would be huge. But if you're not the one who helps us get there, some other hardworking girl is going to. And I want you to know that.
Absolutely. I hope that you guys really let that hit home for you too, because your success is none of our business. Like, your success is your own. And we can help you, we can push you, we can pour into you. But at the end of the day, it all comes back to you. It all comes back to you. Another topic I want to get into is this. So I'm going to give you a one-liner here, and I'm going to explain it. The person watching you is thinking that they can't do this because they really don't know what this is about. How many of you are saying, I'm reaching out, I'm doing everything I can, I'm inviting, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You want to know why people are probably ghosting you or probably not really replying or reading your messages? It's because they don't know what the heck it is that you do. You're talking about Beachbody, you're inviting them to join this. Where is your proof? What is the proof that you have? You know who's so good at this? Liz. Every time that I go on to her social media, I could basically never know what Beachbody was, but because she portrays what it is and she breadcrumbs that into her Instagram, I would blindly follow her into the dark. I kid you not, I seriously would, because she is so good at showing me what it is. She shows us her workouts. I know what coaching life looks like because she's shown it to me. So stop saying people aren't joining me, people are ghosting me, people are saying no. You want to know why? Because the person that is watching you, the people that are following you, don't know what the heck it is that you do. Are you selling something? Are you like selling these shakes? Is this monthly? Like, what is it that you do? How do you help people? You need to have them in the loop. You need to explain what this is. You need to show them what this life looks like. You need to create the vision for them. You have to show them what it is that you do. What is this? That's why people are saying no. When people have a better idea of what it is that you do, they start becoming confident in themselves that they could probably do it too. No matter if it's just working out and working on themselves and following their own journey, or if it's actually coaching. You have to give somebody that hope. You have to paint them a vivid picture of what financial freedom looks like. You have to paint them a vivid picture of what your daily life looks like. Why do you get to stay home? You're always home. You're always traveling. You're always going to coffee shops. Why? What do you do? What is this? And you can do this go ahead, Lizzie.
I was just going to say, quick little insertion. This is why I'm so annoying about telling you guys to post on social media so consistently, because even if you are a discount coach, which is just the beginning of such an incredible journey, if you start sharing your journey consistently, by the time you do get confident enough to slide into someone's DMs, you're going to have proof. You're not going to have to defend yourself. They're just going to know. They're going to know what you do. They're going to know what you're passionate about. And they'll probably already have made a decision whether or not they feel like their values align with yours, because either you're sharing other stuff in your life, like the fact you're a boy mom, or that you love the outdoors, and they'll have already decided, I could be friends with her. I could run a business with her. Like, I see her on her laptop at 8 p.m. every, Thursday with her team. That sounds like fun. I could do that. Like, they've already kind of made decisions based off what you do. So if the first impression of them is you sliding in DMs and they haven't actually seen you do coach work in your feed, why would they say yes? They don't know what you're doing. Or if they do say yes, you can't expect them to show up either, because you're setting a pretty low bar, my friend. And if you sign up a bunch of coaches, I wouldn't guarantee any of them would stick around, because you've set the standard that you don't have to show up for your journey. You don't have to prove to people that you're doing the work. And that's what's beautiful about Beachbody. We're never going to go out of style. Like, we're not some trend or fad. Working out, moving your body, fueling yourself properly will always get you results and will always work. Always. And showing people that you can do this year round, forever, no matter what age or what season of life you're in, whether you're a part-time coach because you have a newborn, or whether you're a teacher and you work it in the cracks of your day. This business works for any and everybody if you work to. And showing people, like, this is my life as a busy student. This is also me showing up for a team call. Remind people that you make it work, because they're going to be able to see themselves in your story and start to imagine what theirs is going to look like if they were to say yes to you.
Absolutely. And I think that's so important. Take pictures of your team call. Take a little clip of your team calls. Show them what your training groups look like. Share accountability, success stories. Show them. Take them inside. It's perfectly fine. Nobody is ever going to get mad at you for sharing the opportunity, because that is what we do. We share the opportunity. Another thing I want you to think about is, are you being honest with yourself? Like, what held you back before you started? Think about that, because that is what you should be posting about, to be honest. That's like the mechanics of what you should be posting about. What held me back before I started was the fear of like not necessarily being good enough. Like, I've never had a leadership job before. I had that in the bank setting, but everything was given to me. And I had a template of which I had to follow and execute. But this kind of was intimidating, because I was like, wow, like, yeah, they have a team, but like, what does that even look like? Like, what is that? I also am nowhere near where I want to be with my weight loss. My journey is nowhere where I want to be. I still have ways to go. And that's something that really held me back, because I was like, nobody's going to trust me that I can lead them if I don't look like her. Nobody's going to do that. That was scary for me. It was also scary because, to me, I thought that eating healthy was like a salad at McDonald's. Like, and that's so far from the truth, guys. So think about what held you back before you started this business. And that is the stuff that you need to start posting about. Stop saying that you don't know what to post about. That is what you need to post about, because that is going to make you relatable. That is going to attract the people that are just like you, the people that are part of your girl tribe. Each and every one of you who are on my girl tribe, and each and every one of you who are on Lizzie's girl tribe, has connected for some way, shape, or form, because we painted a picture of what we struggled with before we started.
I love that. And it's so true. If you're not posting at least weekly something about your before and after, whether that's physical progress or talking about your mental health journey, how you don't have thoughts of self-harm anymore, or you actually get to leave your apartment and have a good day and you enjoy life and you engage with your life, like those things are huge. And someone out there needs to hear that, because they see us, they see where we are now, and they forget that we had a day one too. And we need to remind them it's humbling. Like, we need to show them we had a journey just like they're ready to have, but they need to know, like, if they're starting in a place where they're embarrassed or ashamed or wherever they're coming from, we were all there too. No matter what that looks like. For me, like, my mental health was horrible. My diet, horrible. My relationships, not super great. I didn't maintain a lot of my friendships from high school, like none of them. And maybe one friend from college. Like, I felt so isolated. And now people look at my life now and they probably wouldn't be able to predict those things about what I've been through. But that's because I've worked so hard to get here. And when I step back and remind them, I still order a number 6 at McDonald's so much. Like, chicken nuggets, please. Like, I am weak for certain things still, and I'm human. But they need to know that we're not this perfect thing that people might place on a pedestal. We're exactly who they are, whether or not we're their current state or we're their future. Like, people need to see themselves in our story. So share it, all parts, good, bad, and the ugly. You're not doing anyone any favors by waiting a week to post because you don't have anything perfect. That's the exact opposite of what you need to do. Like, share it all.
Sorry. Lack of experience, guys, is so comparable. Like, let me just tell you, like, that is like the most relatable, and I would even say sexy part of the business, because I don't want to be with somebody who is so experienced and so seasoned and they have it all and they know it all. Lack of experience is so comparable. That is what is going to attract the people that you want on your team or you want in your group. Because we didn't know what we were doing before we started. Did anybody start Beachbody that was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what to do. I know what emerald is. I know what diamond is. I know. No, nobody knew, guys. No one knew. So show them that. You have to remember where you started and why you started. That's so important. You have to keep a strong vision of why you were doing something, because let me tell you something, sister, like, if you don't have a strong vision as to why you're doing something, then you're not going anywhere. Stop saying that this is so hard. You've done things that are so much harder in the past. What we're doing is really not that hard. Maybe you're making it tough on yourself. Maybe you have these expectations for yourself, but what we're doing isn't hard. People have birthed babies. Like, if you're a mom and you're on my team, you literally grew a human inside of you for 9 months, okay? You got sick from this human. You couldn't eat seafood from this human. You couldn't drink because you were growing a baby. And then you either got sliced open or you pushed that baby out. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. Like, you've done harder things. You've done harder things, I promise you. Like, I've broken bones before and had to go into surgery to have them reset. That was tough. The recovery to that was tough. Has anybody had their wisdom teeth out? That was tough. You swore that you were never going to eat fast food again, like, because you couldn't chew, and you were like, someone please help me, take me out of my misery, like, just kill me now. We've done harder things, guys. What we are doing is not hard. Stop making it so hard.
So true. I love how you brought up just a bunch of, like, gruesome, like, physical events that people can relate to. But, like, yeah, even if you're like, you were so, like, careful and, like, never had a scar on your body, like, you were the kid that, like, stood by the monkey bars and like, oh, look at them, they're cool, I'm just stand here with my tic-tac-toe, like you probably went through super hard things too. Like, dude, how many of you guys had to move in the middle of, like, a school year and make new friends? Or how many of you guys went through parents getting divorced? Or how many of you guys had to stay back a grade or retake that test and you were ashamed. Like, we have all had moments where we didn't think we would come out as happy as we were beforehand, but we came out so much stronger. Like Diamond, Diamond, like it's Diamond. That's all it is. We can do this.
And stop looking like, this is something that I am so bad at doing. I will freely tell you this. Comparison is the biggest thief of joy. Okay. That's not just a saying, that is like an actual thing. I can tell you that I look at Amy's profile. I look at Jamie Innes' profile. I look at so many coaches' profiles and I'm like, I can't do this. And I become really, really not depressed, but just like overly sad. Like I get sad. I'm not happy all the time, guys. Like I'm not. I get really sad sometimes. And then I start not showing up and I start going backwards in my journey. But backwards is not going to propel me forward at all. Okay. So stop looking at other people and thinking what the reasons about why you can't. Stop looking at Liz and thinking, I can't do what she does. Yes, you can. She started exactly where you're starting. Exactly where you are is where she was. So was I. We are not doing anything special at all. Okay. So stop looking, if you're looking at us, if you're looking at anyone else, stop and stop thinking about the reasons why you can and start thinking why you can. You can do this because Liz pours endless into you. You can do this because I'm here for you every single time that you say that you have an issue with something. The reasons that you can are the reasons that you can. So stop comparing yourself. We both started where you are. We both have hit this rank. We both are going to propel our businesses. Diamond is a stepping stone. This is a stepping stone to all of the other things that are going to be done in this business. You have to remember that. And like Liz says, like confidence is made by showing up daily. You're not going to get that overnight. Confidence doesn't happen overnight. So you need to start looking internally to see what the vision is really going to be for yourself. You need to start digging deep and being honest with yourself. Confidence is not made overnight, people. You have to show up daily. If you show up at least 3 times a day, I promise you, give it 2 weeks and you're going to be so confident in what you're doing.
I think that's pretty sound advice right there. I don't know if I have anything else to say, but I will tell you guys this. 2 weeks. Like less than 2 weeks. Do you remember that goal that we set together? You said you were interested in this internship. You're like, oh yeah, I could do that. Or man, Diamond would mean so much to me if I hit it then. It's happening. Like that time is coming. And if you haven't started really taking it seriously until now, which I don't know why you would, that would be so silly, sister. But if today's like, you need to press the reset button, do it. Like no one says that you can't. This is your journey. This is your business. Show up in a way that you would be proud of. Don't just, do the bare minimum and think, oh, well, if I don't hit Diamond, there's always next. Why? Why would you wait that long? Why would you give yourself that wiggle room when you know you're capable of doing it now? Like Kaylee said, you can get ready in 20 minutes, you can get ready in an hour. I'm still going to be flying out the door with like my eyebrow brush in my hand if someone gives me 60 minutes versus 20.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like you will achieve things in the time you give yourself. And if you actually genuinely believe I will wake up Diamond when my coach office refreshes in 2 Thursdays, why wouldn't you? Why not you?
Before we share our picture of our little house that we are going to be doing for our retreat, I just want to leave you guys with 2 things. The first thing is, I know that you guys are all here with a purpose. I always say that, like, you're here on purpose, but you're here with a purpose. And I really hope that through this call and just through everything that we shared, that you really are able to find that, because this business is in your heart for a reason. I want you to remember that all of the small things are going to lead up to the big ones. I want you to remember that you envisioned such a large goal for yourself, and I want you to strive for that goal. And I want you to fall in love with the process of getting there. Like, stop thinking that this is so hard or getting really upset about inviting. This should be fun. You have to fall in love with what you're doing. Like, fall in love with the inviting process. I know that it stinks. We all have to do it, but I hope that you fall in love with it. And I hope that you fall in love with the person that you're becoming in the midst of chasing diamond. Like, fall in love with you, fall in love with this process. The last thing that I want to say is, if you're feeling stuck or discouraged, because I know a lot of my girls have been feeling that way, I just want to lift you up right now and let you know, like, maybe it's time, and this is something I'm going to be doing today, but maybe it's time to stop pointing the finger at everything else and just turning it around and pointing it back at you. Like, maybe it's time to start taking inventory in where you're at in your business, in where you're at with your personal development, your nutrition, working out, your business. Start taking a mental inventory. Like, stop pointing the finger. I could be pointing the finger at everything else. I just traveled. I don't have this. I need to do that. But I really need to start pointing it at my own self and taking inventory as to where I'm at. So start doing that. Get intentional with your time. We all have the same 24 hours, just like Liz says. Like, start getting intentional with your time. Look at all of your communication channels. Look at your Facebook. Look at your Instagram. Are you making the best of it? Ask yourself questions that are going to get, like, what am I not doing? What do I need to do? Set that game plan for yourself. Before we share our little house that we have for our retreat, which is going to be so stinking awesome, and I hope that your soul's a little on fire, I just want to give everyone a call to action. Is that okay, Liz? Just even like as proof, like, I know that this video might have been a little bit longer than what we had planned, and I'm sorry for that, but this was just so, so good, and I know that it's lit a fire in my soul all over again. Like, I am ready to run today, but I want to give you a call to action, and I want everybody to reach out to 45 people today, and I'm going to write that number down because I'm going to be posting the same thing, 45 people today, and I'm going to make a post in our Push to Diamond group. And I want you to post it after you've done watch this video. And you would have to watch this video all the way through and able to see what my call to action was. But 45 people. And I honestly, like, this is a no BS thing and a no excuse thing. Like, I honestly don't care if you have 200 followers and you've reached out to 45 already, or if you have 1,400 followers. I really don't care where you are in your business right now. 45 people, that goes for all of us. We all know 45 people. Look at people that are liking your photos. Look at people that you're following, that are following you, or even watching your stories. That is going to be the call to action.
And if I hear an excuse, you've already talked to those people, go find new people. That's all I have to say about that.
Absolutely. Go find new people. Absolutely. I feel like I was going to say something else. I think that was it, though. Yeah, I think that was it. So I think that we want to show you, right, Liz? So as you guys know, let me just reiterate this for you. So you're pushing for diamond, obviously, right, for yourself. And remember that with any kind of push comes a reward. So obviously you get the title of having that rank. You're a diamond coach. Like, oh, okay. So special and so big and so important. But also you are pushing because Liz and I are going to be hosting a diamond retreat, and it is going to be at Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. We're thinking Labor Day weekend, and we are seriously just so excited. And I say this wholeheartedly, I can speak for both Liz and I. After coming back from my retreat, I came back with such a fire. I was like, Liz, I know exactly how we're going to be doing our retreat. Like, this is going to be so amazing. And you, listen, the bottom line is this: you guys should be working your butts off for the next 2 weeks so you don't have FOMO, okay? Like, this is going to be something so special. And I just want you to think about this too. How cool for you to be like, Liz and Kaylee hosted their very first retreat ever. Like, I've never hosted a retreat before ever. Have you, Liz? No. Okay. So how cool to be like, yeah, like I was on Liz and Kaylee's very first retreat. It is going to be something so special. So we thought that just to motivate you and encourage you and to inspire you and to pick you up and get you to hit the reset button or just keep running, we want to show you a visual of the vision that we have for you guys this summer.
All right, I have to share my screen, I just realized, because I'm the one who's recording. Don't be sorry. Facebook, bloop, bloop, bloop. There she is. Assuming she's available, but this pretty little thing is going to be ours. Friday, Saturday, Sunday night.
Gorgeous.
And I know you guys are like, oh, but I work and up at school. figure it out. If you earn Diamond, you're telling me that you're not going to ask your boss, like begging on your knees, please help me find a sub. Like, Lord Jesus, you need to be here. Like, look how darling that is. Look at the string lights. Like, we're going to sit there and drink mojitos.
Yes.
We're going to sit here. We're going to play What Do You Meme and Cards Against Humanity.
Oh my God.
We're going to make our shakes right here after we work out. Ugh.
Excited.
So freaking excited. And guess what? Here's the cool part. I have to move this to get out of here. This baby is 1.5 blocks to the beach.
We're walking.
Like, are you kidding me? No, we're not even going to be walking. We're going to be running.
We're gonna be running.
They said that they're going to leave beach chairs for us.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Like, grab your chair and let's go. Guys, I'm not even kidding when I say this. Like, can I just tell you, like, I am envisioning, sorry, let me take my voice down. Poor Wally, he's like, this woman. I am just envisioning pastel colored bicycles, going to get ice cream because duh, like, we earned this, why not? Going to get ice cream. There's pools. We can go to the pool floaties. Hello, like unicorns, donuts, pizza floaties, pineapple floaties, like floaties galore. Like, and all of you girls being there. Like, how stinking fun.
All of the pictures. If you guys didn't creep on Kaylee's social this weekend, hashtag FOMO times a million. Like, I wanted to be there, but not only that, I felt like I was. Like, this is going to be such a cool opportunity for all of us, and we've got some really exciting things up our sleeves that we're not going to unveil quite yet because, I don't know, I feel like it's just going to be fun to just hit you with it when you get there, but we're going to give you guys the best weekend we possibly can. This is our very first retreat. How cool would it be to say that you came on our first? And I don't know when we're going to host another one. Like, why the heck would we host one the next month or the next month or the next month? Like, this is an exciting time. It's happening Labor Day weekend. Act like this is the only retreat ever.
Yeah.
Because it could be. You never know. The world could end in October.
In October.
You never know. But we're so excited, and we hope you guys are too.
Yes. Thank you so much for watching this. We hope that you honestly have such a fire. And I keep saying fire, but it's so true. Like, I want you to be so passionate about pushing. I want you to be so intentional with your time and with what you're doing these next couple of weeks, because we're going to blink and April's going to be over, guys. Like, I'm already scheduling appointments for May. So please, please, please don't walk, run these next 2 weeks, and continue to really use this group and continue to really just be intentional with what we're posting and what we're pouring into you, because you are here in this group not just because you wanted to or not because you believed in you, but because we believed in you, and we still believe in you, and you have to keep that alive. So whatever it takes for you to keep pushing, do that. If you want, a picture of the house to put that on your vision board, I'll do it. Whatever you need, like, I just cannot tell you enough. Keep running.
You guys are capable. We're so excited to see you do it. We cannot wait to shout from the mountaintops when you hit that rank, sister. All right, we're going to end the recording here. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.